the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The San Antonio Spurs are ready for this thing to get started. The fans are making noise here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Oklahoma City Thunder getting settled in. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. DeRozan out there with Mills. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. Just 2 to shoot. Robertson can't hit. Well, you talk about the very definition of what a defensive specialist is, Doris, and that is Andre Robertson.
Right. What you love about Robertson is he can match up with multiple positions on the defensive end. One thing you worry about, obviously, is teams when he is on the offensive end, they're going to give him a lot of shots because he's yet to prove he can consistently knock those down.
On defense, the Spurs. We're about 1 minute into the first. Down low, 11 feet away. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Now here's DeRozan. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He said they have to do a good job of moving their feet defensively. That's the only way they're going to avoid getting dunked on. He said they also want to turn guys who are slashers into jump shooters. See if that works, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And here's Mills following Russell Westbrook's 3. Aldridge against Patterson. LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Screen by Adams. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Westbrook. And Aldridge slams it in.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Westbrook drives in, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Gay outside. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Gay outside. Pass to Gasol. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And it's 8 points for Aldridge.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 5.
I like to watch Russell Westbrook go to work. This guy on the block, such an efficient scorer.
Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. Over in the corner, Gasol. The 15-footer. The Thunder pull it in. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George against Gay. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves. Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Throw good, Paul George. And Doris, Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing threat.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league. To expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player, Paul George is the real deal.
He's perfect from the line this time.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Here's Mills. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside DeRozan. Off target at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Aldridge a screen. Gay with no one around. San Antonio again missing. Here's Roberson. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, you simply have to respect the touch that Russell Westbrook worked so hard to develop. Beyond the three-point line, boy, he's solid.
Gasol kicks to DeRozan. Here's Aldridge. Shot to stop the run. And Adams sends it back. They get it back. Oklahoma City leading by 4. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it. The fast break chance.
Blocking foul. Paul George. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Mills. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Aldridge.
Well, you have to look the intensity with which Steven Adams plays, always giving his best to throw shooters off.
Gay against George. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
And the Spurs making a change here. Bellinelli's checked in.
One shot, find the lanes.
And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him. But, Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Now, here's DeRozan. He dishes it to Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. Trying to get back on track. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Six on the shot clock. Oklahoma City moving it around.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Aldridge a screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now Westbrook. Outside, George. Adams sets the pick for George. Adams with the screen on DeRozan. For 3, Westbrook. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Indoors with all the switching on defense, it seems like everyone has to be able to guard both inside and on the perimeter. Do you see us becoming even more of a positionless league?
You know, this is a fascinating aspect to me because you focus on a player like Draymond Green, who coming out of Michigan State was considered a tweener, somebody who was neither a guard nor a forward and didn't have the requisite skill set to be effective in the NBA. but there is true value to players, be it at the small forward, the power forward, or the center position. Because the league is such a heavy pick and roll, because the floor is so spread, Kevin, the guys who have the kind of lateral mobility and the basketball IQ to switch onto smaller players and stay in front and contest shots, they're crucial. For right now, this is the trend, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. On defense, Oklahoma City. 10-point lead. Aldridge a screen. Aldridge with a screen on George. Here's DeRozan. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
Well, terrific screen to set up the basket, and credit to DeRozan for knowing exactly how to use it, Kevin.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. George against DeRozan. Here's Adams. That shot no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Now here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. From 12 feet out. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
A nice shot by George.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Mills passes to DeRozan. They set the pick. Feeds it to Pirtle. Out left to the wing. Here's Mills. Pirtle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Here's Adams. The shot, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. He feeds it to DeRozan. Back to Mills. Shot clock at 6. And that's going to be a travel. A different look for Oklahoma City. Erlens Noel checks in for Patterson. Felton comes in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Murray's checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Screen by Adams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Thunder. Then for the Spurs, Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for DeMar DeRozan. Inside, and George with the stuff.
Now that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Bertans. Ginobili the pass to Bertans. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
First personal foul.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big 3 of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. For Oklahoma City, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. First free throw is good. Schroeder hits them both. Well, the Thunder are not one of the best shooting teams from outside. We know that. They know their strength of their offense, Doris, lies in their ability to attack the rim and get shots in the paint.
Right, because you have to consider the Thunder last year were last in the NBA in three-point percentage, yet second in the league in points in the paint. So when they are able to get inside on a team, that is when they are at their most dangerous.
Here's Felton following the score by Jakob Poeltl. Felton kicks to Noel. There's the pass to Schroeder.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. He's off on the first.
It's so fascinating to look back on Thunder history because 3 current players who are dominating the league were together on the Oklahoma City Thunder: Harden, Durant, and Westbrook. In retrospect, the talent level on that team was unreal.
And going back to the Thunder teams with the big 3 of Harden, Durant, and Westbrook, endorsed some bad luck with the Thunder during those seasons.
Well, first and foremost, they ran into a great Miami team in the NBA Finals. Then after Harden left, injuries to both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook hampered their opportunities. Still, you think back, and if you're an Oklahoma City fan, you can marvel at the collection of talent you once had.
Now, here is George after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. Shot clock at 5. Bertans grabs the board.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
In the corner, Murray with it. There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Poeltl in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Lob pass to George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 12.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Murray. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shoots a 3. He can't get that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Outside, Felton. Schroeder outside. Pass to George. Over Bellinelli. The rebound by the Spurs. .32 seconds left to play here in the first. Murray with it. Passes it to Bertans. They set the pick. Ginobili outside. Over Felton. Ginobili misses. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Nine seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ginobili left side. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Oklahoma City looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we'll be right back after this. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Paul George. Noel is out there with Grant. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Felton in at the shooting guard position. George double-teamed and stolen by Murray. Poked away and stolen by Noel. Right side George. Here's Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And stolen by Noel. And George kicks to Noel. Pirtle with the steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. No problems knocking that one down. Bellinelli's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And the first ever NBA player out of Austria, Jakob Poeltl, the 9th overall pick back in 2016.
And remember, he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Utah. This guy's 7'1", pretty good athlete. Still adding strength, though, to bang bodies at the NBA level.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. San Antonio calls timeout. Yours, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to played professionally, but sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Gasol is checked in for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Marco Bellinelli. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here is Murray. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. 5 on the clock. Ginobili dishes to Gay. Over Felton. That one a little long. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Now about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball. Rejected by Gasol. Ginobili the best of Murray. Ginobili outside. Gay with it. George picks him up. Another miss by Gay.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Now, here's Felton. Here's George. Back to Felton. There's the three. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Oh, Felton puts a terrific spin on his shots from deep. Stroke is too nice.
They set the pick. Gay kicks to Gasol. Stolen by George. The dish now to Noel. Launches it. And Felton again for three. Felton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ginobili kicks to Murray. Shot to stop the run. And that one is off. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Lob pass to George. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. Roberson, he's checked in for George. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Raymond Felton. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Davis Bertans. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now, here's DeRozan to the inside. Yep, it counts. And that's 10 points for Aldridge.
Well, guys, really good court vision, allowing DeRozan to make that pass. You know, he sees the play developing way in advance.
Westbrook with it, covered by Mills. The shot's good from Westbrook.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
And Mills kicks to Gay. The feed to DeRozan. Aldridge sets up the pick now for DeRozan. Shoots over Schroeder. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Roberson gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 20.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Start it.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, obviously, the biggest impact Steven Adams has for this team is his ability to be a defensive force in the middle. This guy carves up space, takes away any would-be penetrators, solid rim protection, just an unbelievable guy on the interior.
DeRozan against Schroeder. Kicks to Mills. Lets it fly from 18. That one misses. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. More on Adams, Doris. Not only is he a shot-blocking presence, but also will come up with a good amount of steals for a big man.
And that's an area, Kev, where Adams has really improved recently. For his size, he's got great agility and great anticipation in the paint. And I like that there's no hesitation to rotate and challenge any player he switches onto.
Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, we all know Steven Adams is one of the most physical guys in the NBA. He is so solid at using his body to pick up fouls.
The Thunder have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw missing. Well, Doris, beside what he brings to a team on the court, Steven Adams also helps the team in the locker room with his presence.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can hear it in the way Steven Adams interacts with both the press and his teammates. He's a very personable guy. There's a sharp wit to him that can help ease tension within a team or sometimes, if necessary, with the media.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score at any time he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach.
Now, here's DeRozan. Mills dishes to Gasol. And DeRozan kicks to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Right through the D for the layup.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Screen by Adams. Westbrook passes to Adams. He kicks to Schroeder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Gay. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Love watching Gay stroke it from there. His in-between game is strong, measures it perfectly.
Here's Roberson. Gasol with the steal. And here's Mills for 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
And Mills kicks to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Back to Mills. Fires for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Schroeder. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
One shot, find the lanes.
And San Antonio has possession. And Mills kicks to Gay. Lets it go from 11. Thunder with the rebound.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Dishes to Schroeder. Pulls up. Here's Adams. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Aldridge a screen. Rosen dishes to Gay. Back to DeRozan. And he converts the layup. DeRozan's got 6 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Westbrook. DeRozan with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Gay. Here's Aldridge. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Now here's Westbrook. D right on him. Sinks the triple. Patterson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
You can see Russell Westbrook building the confidence of his teammates. Fires it to them when they're open.
Mills passes to DeRozan. Shoots over Schroeder, and DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Mills. 8 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Down low. He's looking for Patterson and finds him.
Yeah, Patrick Patterson showing off a little bit of his offensive ability. You've got to keep track of him because he can get to a few spots and do some damage.
Now here's Gay. Aldridge a screen. It's Gay with the drive. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Rudy Gay suffered the injury last season, but was still a wanted man when free agency rolled around, Greg, and San Antonio got him.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs made a big offer for him, and Gay felt it was the right fit. Interesting to see how his role develops in San Antonio this year. Still, there's a feeling that he's got a lot left in the tank. And the thing about Rudy Gay, you never know when he's going to have a night where he just explodes. He's one of those guys that can just score in bunches.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Schroeder. 5 to shoot over Bellinelli. And it's Schroeder missing. Spurs trail by 17. Outside DeRozan. There's a screen. He dishes it to Gay. Over Patterson. Westbrook pulls it in.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Screen by Adams. Now here's Westbrook. He's covered closely. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare. You know, you see Russell Westbrook now, and you just assume he's going to put up a triple-double. I don't think we thought we'd ever see somebody average that for an entire season. But what an incredible accomplishment last year, and turned the NBA upside down with that feat.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Westbrook with an incredible year in the triple-double average. He also broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple-doubles in a single season. Doris, wonderful ceremony with the two of them on the last day of last season.
What's incredible to me is Westbrook is already 4th on the all-time triple-double list. Think about it. He's in his prime, and he could pass names like the Big O, Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. This is truly extraordinary.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the basket by DeRozan.
Now, make no mistake, Kevin. DeMar DeRozan will battle you in the post, and he'll get some easy opportunities.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Adams dishes to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now Murray. Feeds it to Bellinelli. Now the pass to DeRozan. Over George. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Bellinelli. And that's 12 points for DeMar DeRozan. And so it's Oklahoma City with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. And boy, a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what did you see from them?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic, and the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. On the court right now for the Spurs, Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills out there with DeRozan. And it's Gay in at the 3. DeRozan. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Back to Mills. Outside Aldridge. And here's Gay outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Westbrook. And George kicks to Adams. Patterson, the screen. Here's Roberson. Makes it off the glass. Roberson's got the first points of the second half here for Oklahoma City. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Westbrook. And Mills kicks to DeRozan. And it's denied. Another shot. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Right Right side, Westbrook. And Patterson kicks to George. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot clock at 6. 18 feet out. No good off the front iron. Spurs trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Mills kicks to DeRozan. He feeds it to Aldridge.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Two.
And he makes the first. He doesn't get the second one. The Thunder leading by 19. George passes to Patterson. Here's Roberson. In the corner, it's Patterson. No good on the triple.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Outside Aldridge. There's the pick. And here's Gay outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Gay's got 8.
And Gay has become a viable threat from the perimeter. Feels like he can get his shot up over anyone from anywhere.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end. Not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
The Thunder have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, you got to love the passion of Paul George. He plays with his heart. I mean, this guy is a standout player who has the drive to be an all-time great.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
That free throw, no good.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
He hits the second from the line. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Roberson. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. From outside, off the mark. Spurs trail by 17. To the middle, here's Gay, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Outside DeRozan. Pass to Mills. The dish to Gay. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Grant's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. So Greg Popovich going to take a timeout right here and talk to his team. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. There's the screen, and Mills kicks to Gay. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
2.
First one falls for him. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Adams. Right side, Westbrook shoots over Mills. The offensive rebound. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Shooting one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
So it's the Spurs now. Ginobili outside. Here's Aldridge. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
From the arc. No good from Grant. Spurs trail by 17. Now here's Mills. Passes it to Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
2.
That's good from Aldridge. And so he hits both. Westbrook with it. 18 points for him. Adams outside. George, that's a two-pointer. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Gay with it. George picks him up. And here's Mills. Clock at 6. Tries again. Aldridge. Adams, some nice D.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wasted no time on that one. Westbrook's got 21.
Russell Westbrook finding the sweet spot, and at this point, that's just about any spot on the floor.
Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Beyond the arc. San Antonio again missing. Oklahoma City leading by 20. Fires from 14. And there's Paul George on the assist from Robertson. He's got 20.
But Kevin, if you're the defense, you're starting to get slightly concerned. Paul George creating well for himself on another level.
There's the screen. Ginobili kicks to Gay. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Robertson. The feed now to Westbrook. Screen by Grant. Westbrook kicks to Grant. Outside, George. Adams sets the pick for George. That three off the mark.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Gay dishes to Gasol. Spurs passing it around. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more, and he's done.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Andre Robertson. The Spurs also with the sub. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. On the wing, George. Bellinelli is covering. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, that's just great work from Paul George to spot the open man. And at his size, he can see right over the defense.
Here's the screen. Mills passes to Aldridge. Kicks to Gay. From down in the low post, it goes. Gay's got 12.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually will shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You love the skill set that Russell Westbrook has worked so hard to develop, guys. He can go with the drive, the jumper, and as an elite defender, boy, when he's locked in, it's trouble for the offense.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Spurs also changing it up. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
And here now the Thunder, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. He used that pick to perfection. Westbrook's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Oklahoma City. Murray kicks to Bertans. Dishes it to Murray. Pass to Bertans. Now Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And yes, it's good.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
We know Westbrook has turned himself into a terrific jump shooter. Very difficult to contest his shots.
Now here's Murray. Ginobili outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. 1:56 left to play here in the third. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. And there's the pass to Bertans. Murray with it now, guarded by Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Here's George. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's blocked.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Felton. He has 6. There's a screen by Noel. Schroeder dishes to Noel. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Greg, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
Both free throws good from Noel.
And, you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5.
Thunder foul. Patrick Patterson. That's his second personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Dejounte Murray. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. 40 seconds left in the third. Schroeder outside. In the corner, it's Patterson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Patterson's got 10.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Bertans kicks to DeRozan. He dishes it to Murray. Shoots a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got his third rebound on the night. Felton the pass to Schroeder.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
This will be his fifth trip to the free throw line.
Fifth team foul. Dennis Schroeder.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. Outside DeRozan. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Boy, that was the perfect end to the period. You have no idea how much effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. Back right after this. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the ball moving, extra pass, attack, pass, and play, okay?
Billy Donovan enjoying the activity his team is showing, the motion of his offense, just wants to see more of it.
Yeah, they're working together well. The key now is to try to do it consistently throughout the rest of this evening.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Felton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Noel in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's DeRozan. Clock at 6. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
I think I can make the case that DeMar DeRozan finishes through contact like a big man. This guy is tremendous at end-one opportunities.
Shooting one.
And DeMar DeRozan, a multiple All-Star, last season a career-high for him in scoring.
Yeah, this guy has become dominant on the offensive end. If you want to nitpick his game, you could say he could be a better defender. And certainly, with his ability to rebound, his athleticism, I think he's just scratching the surface on that end.
Now Ginobili, following Patrick Patterson's three-point attempt. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, Pirtle and that big frame of his driving to the bucket. You love to see a big man move like that.
Schroeder kicks to George. Feeds it to Patterson. Back to George. There's a screen by Noel. For three, Felton. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Adams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Pau Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Now, here's DeRozan. There's the pick. Outside, Ginobili. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Now DeRozan following Patrick Patterson's three-point.
This guy does not mess around. DeMar DeRozan, spectacular. My goodness gracious, sir.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now, here's Felton. He kicks to George. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
Paul George.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Aldridge is checked in. And George drops them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Aldridge a screen. Outside, Bellinelli. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
You know, they found a way to compose themselves on both ends of the floor, and that's what's really powered this run.
Here's George. Here's Adams. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Well, you can't do anything more defensively to stop Steven Adams. This guy is growing into a solid interior threat.
Here's Bellinelli. He feeds it to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Adams. Picks it out to Ginobili. Schroeder against Ginobili. From 12 feet out. Nice D from Ginobili. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 13-4 run. There's the dish to DeRozan. Now on the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Manu Ginobili. A free throw dropped for DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. And San Antonio has possession. It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Thunder lead by 9. Mills dishes to Aldridge. It's hauled in by Adams.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Schroeder with the ball. Here's Patterson. Oh, good on the 3.
Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
DeRozan passes to Mills. Gasol a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Patterson, the screen. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Spurs trail by 9. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Pass to DeRozan, top of the key, and it's San Antonio with another.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Schroeder outside. Patterson, the screen. And Roberson kicks to George. Good from outside.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
DeRozan on the wing. That one doesn't go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Roberson. DeRozan defending. Adams.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams is a load on the block. That frame makes him an impossible check.
Steven Adams. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Good on the second free throw. Spurs trail by 8. And here's DeRozan. Here's Gasol. And another basket for San Antonio.
And Gasol excels from that mid-range area. If you leave him open from there, you're going to pay the price.
Outside Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Personal foul. 2 shots at the line upcoming. Russell Westbrook.
And he makes the first. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Spurs trail by 8. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Gay right side. The 15-footer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Here's Roberson. Passes it to Patterson. That 3 off the mark. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge is screen. Gay against George. The drive by Gay. Goes back up. Spurs passing it around. Double team on Aldridge. And it's the Thunder with the ball. The Thunder leading by 8. Left side, Westbrook. Over Aldridge. Here's Patterson. Off target with his 3.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Aldridge's screen. And Mills kicks to DeRozan. Aldridge down low. Adams defending. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Oklahoma City shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Westbrook's got 30 points.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Aldridge's screen. Gay kicks to Aldridge. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. No good from Gasol. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Outside Westbrook. To the paint. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And an impressive transition for Patrick Patterson, developing Doris into a stretch 4 in the NBA.
Well, think about it, Kev. This is a guy who only made 24 threes in 3 years at Kentucky. Now in the NBA, he averages over 100 a season.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
Thank you, David. And the basket by DeRozan.
I think the fans always hope for the spectacular with DeMar DeRozan, but those mid-range are just money.
Outside Westbrook. And there's the feed to Adams. Gasol with the steal. Here's Gay. The shot's good.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Now, here's George. It's stolen by DeRozan. And it's San Antonio with another.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in, Kevin.
Patterson setting the pick for Westbrook. Here's Adams, and the officials call a traveling violation. Spurs trail by 6. Gay, a screen on George. Gay kicks to DeRozan. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. George dishes to Westbrook. 1:09 left in the fourth. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Robertson. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
They set the pick. Mills passes to Gay. Kicks it to DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
My goodness, Kevin, it doesn't get much more efficient than that. DeMar DeRozan capable of these kind of outbursts.
Outside, George. Adams against Gasol. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Westbrook's got 32 points in the game. And here are the Spurs. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Left side, DeRozan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Kev, very few players in the NBA get to the line as often as DeMar DeRozan. There's a bit of an edge to his game. He's not at all afraid.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
So twice, right, Kevin? DeMar DeRozan's been a member of the United States national team, the 2014 World Cup, Rio Olympics, both golds. Pretty good start for him.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his fifth personal foul. Andre Roberson. Shooting 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Here's Ginobili. No good on the quick 3. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
2 shots at the lineup coming. Dennis Schroeder.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Oh, yeah, he knows what those free throws mean, right? That takes away any chance of a last-minute comeback.
There's the triple, nailed from three-point land.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
Listen, Ray Felton is a very dependable point guard. Fantastic floor general who just takes good shots and makes outstanding reads.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win.